terms of risk, we are seeing from a shipper's perspective in terms of the overall situation at carrier side, it is a huge risk we are seeing. I mean, we're talking about an end-to-end supply chain. And whenever we are having any weak aspect in such a supply chain, the whole supply chain is at risk. And what we are currently seeing, we are having the lowest maritime rates we ever had in history. We are internally, in-house, we are really celebrated for those low prices, low rates. But in the end, this is really leading to a risk in the overall and end-to-end supply chain. The whole situation with the alliances and also with M&A activities in that whole sector, there's a lot of uncertainty at the shipper side. First of all, we are not well informed. We don't know who is where and who is cooperating, who is potentially on the M&A list for someone else. So that is in itself a huge risk on a shipper side. And overall, have the services increased? I wouldn't say so. Yeah? So alliance is a big question mark from a shipper's perspective. Fewer alliances, of course, means fewer opportunities for shippers. In general, what we are seeing in the carriers industry is they are still believing in that one-size-fits-all concept. Yeah? So they are offering one service regardless of need to all their customers, to all their clients. What we are interested in, and I mean, we are seeing that from other industries, other logistical industries in the 3PL sector and the 4PL sector, that they are really differentiating their services, yeah? Which is on-time deliveries. And the question is always, would we pay extra for it? And definitely, we are doing that already. We are doing that with the 3PL service providers in this world. Yeah? So, on-time deliveries. Also, and I'm also of the opinion, more and more the carriers, maybe because of the financial situations, they are more and more focused on their core business, so are not really interested in the end-to-end view. But we as a shipper, we take that for granted. We are only interested, really, in an end-to-end movement.
Yes, of course. Yeah. I mean, is there any, we used to talk about carriers and 3PLs in direct competition. Does competition exist between carriers and 3PLs in today's world?
Well, and I think this will increase over a period of time if they react like that, like what we are seeing at the moment. Yeah? And the main area I'm seeing there are forwarders. Yeah? So forwarders really organizing the end-to-end supply chain, where they buy slots from the carriers, and they, of course, then resell them to the shipper side. Well, there are a couple of services or innovations that were developed over the last couple of years. One where I'm personally interested in, or where the industry is also interested in, is a connection of network and inventory modeling. Yeah? And it has a huge impact. And this is never, so far that I'm not aware of, that this is ever coming from the carrier side. Yeah? And that would give a much better picture which routes should we take, what is the impact on our inventory, yeah, those things. What we are also a bit missing is web applications, and that is already available for a long time in the 3PL sector. I mean, take DHL, take the big providers over there. Those web applications in terms of track and trace solutions, they are state of the art already, but not really in the shipping industry. Yeah? So.
And just as a side thing, Rolf, I mean, there has been a lot of, I mean, over the last year or so, last couple of years, there's been big issues amongst the 3PLs with their own IT issues that they've had. So how do you assess the current state of the IT provision of the 3PL company?
I mean, I think you really have to run through those, let's say, burst problems. Yeah? So I think that's a normal evolution over time. And if you're not willing to take those problems with you, you will never reach the target in the end. Yeah?
Okay. And then lastly, could you just sort of discuss some of the challenges posed by larger vessels, larger chunks of cargo, a more lumpy supply chain, and how that sort of affects your supply chain planning?
Well, I mean, overall, we are not that much interested in speed. Yeah? What we are mainly interested in is reliability. Yeah? And will they offer reliability with all those mega vessels, with all those new alliances on the horizon? I would doubt that. Yeah? So what we are measuring at the moment is that the reliability figures are going down, are decreasing.